Welcome everybody. We will be starting shortly. You want to grab a pen and paper and get ready to take some notes so that you can learn more about the ultimate profit in just 3 hours a week with IceFit Studio, your wealth and wellness company. You want to grab that pen and paper. We'll be starting in about 30 seconds. Well, hello everybody and welcome. My name is Kathy McReynolds. I am the CEO of IceFit Studio and I'm excited to share with you about how we taken two industries and merged them together. Just to give you a quick background of myself and our team. I have about 27 years as a financial advisor and also actually went to school for fashion merchandising and in the industry of beauty. So to come back full circle with this is a wonderful, wonderful thing. We have a great team that I'm sure some of you guys have met or you'll be talking to shortly. So we welcome you to the family and we give you the opportunity to learn more about our company. So we're going to go ahead and get started now. It is in your decision moments that your destiny is shaped, and we all know who that is, Tony Robbins. So when you look at this, you get a chance to decide, and this moment that we're going to spend together will either shape your destiny or be something that you look back at and say, man, I remember when they talked to us about that. So guys, you get to decide. When you feel you have enough information to make a decision, please feel free to stop this recording and contact your business consultant. Or if it's not for you, save yourself the time of sitting here for the next 45 minutes. My goal today is to show you the benefits of creating leverage and passive income in the non-invasive body contouring and skin tightening industry with IceFit Studio. Before I do, let me share our process, package, and pricing with you so that you can make sense of the alternative investment available to you, the investor, with IceFit Studio. Is that fair enough for everybody out there? Awesome, awesome. So guys, the reason why we got started, we found that there's a big problems with spas and they want to expand, especially with what we just went through. They have a lack of cash or credit. You know, they are getting into things that locks them into a contract. They're worried about annual fees, leasing, service fees, membership, franchise, marketing, advertise, and the cost to acquire a customer. That can run a business owner, you know, out of business. And so you, the investor, can actually help them solve those problems that many of the spas face out there. And you can help provide everything that they lacked and that we just talked about. So here's how our program works. You invest, the investor, you choose the alternative investment program. The most popular program that we're going to share with you today is our 2 machines placed in one location and in one room, actually. Average cost of 2 machines and upfront marketing and advertising, which is part of your package, is $90,000. You actually own the equipment and your minimum investment is $35,000. What we do as IceFit Studios, we're going to provide the equipment for you and negotiate the lease agreement with the placement location and close all the deals. We work and we do all the work for you. Our highly trained estheticians will train the staff members on and offline on how to properly use the equipment. We will also do all your marketing and advertising up front to attract 10 to 30 new customers per month. All of that is included in your package for the first 90 days. We also service the equipment for you. You get paid. That is your only job here after you pick out which equipment you want. The location will pay out cash distributions to you on a monthly basis. And you also, when you're looking at moving forward and deciding if this is best for you, all you got to do is simply choose the best alternative investment for your particular location. We actually will go through that in more details as we get through the presentation, sign the contract, wire the funds, and schedule an onboarding call with our placement department. So if you have any questions before we get started, go ahead and drop those into the comment section and we'll be sure to get those answered for you or you can write them down and talk to your business consultant about those questions. So let's start with why the non-invasive body contouring industry. It's the same question I had before we started this company. When you look here at devices in between 2014 and 25, you can see the non-invasive industry is just really growing and taking off. And the reason is because people, you know, if they can get the same results without being cut, they want it. And even AmSpa, which just 99.99% of the med spas belong to this organization, they see it as $1 million business. The average medical spa revenue in 2018 was 1.5 million, and that was up 9% since 2017, and it's just continuously growing. Your profit margin in 2018 was 29%, guys. So that's amazing when you look at a return on investment. And of course, past performance does not indicate future performance, but when you're headed in that direction, you can look at why that's profitable. And then when you turn that spa into a medical spa, you're looking at a 36% of the spas out there that are like that. And here's what I love about this industry. In 2018, there was only just a little over 5,000 medical spas out there. And so that means that there's so much room for growth. There are so many other companies in the industry. You probably heard of Cool Sculpting, TrueSculpt, or Ideal Image, or iCryo, just to name a few. If we look at the industry, it's expected to grow to $8 billion by 2025. The largest market share is in the body contouring and skin tightening industry because of the advanced technology, enhanced safety, short downtimes, and cost effectiveness. Now, how is iSfit Studio different? We have 3 goals for you, the investor. We provide alternative investment options so that you can earn passive income. And we also provide best-in-class non-invasive body contouring and skin tightening technology. And our goal, #1 goal, is to provide results for you, the investor. We focus not only on providing you with the best equipment, but also with the best marketing and advertising service so that you can attract, and your location can attract 10 to 30 new customers or more each month. See, anybody can have great equipment, but without great marketing and advertising to get the customers in, you will be out of business. Our mission is simple, guys, is to help investors and business owners earn more income so that they can live their best life and have freedom. And who out there wants to live their best life and have more freedom? See, you need 2 things working for you to live your best life and have freedom. You need people working for you, and you also need money working for you. So the question you may ask is, how do you get more money and more time? And you get that through passive income. Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until the day you die. So my question to you is, do you have an active game plan in place so you don't have to work until you die? And if you don't have one, do you want one? See, conventional wisdom tells you to go to college, get a good job, get married, take out a loan for school, your wedding, your car, your furniture, your house, or whatever you may need. Work hard for 30+ years to pay off all that debt that you've accumulated, and maybe you'll have enough money to retire on or to have freedom. And then again, maybe not. Or you do what 99% of people do to earn an income and trade time for money. What do I mean by that? See, people want passive income. They've heard of it, but what they don't realize is a lot of that passive income that's out there still requires some of your time, like rental properties, affiliate marketing, referral, drop shipping, flipping, garage sales, YouTube channel, creating apps, selling your talent. See, all of that requires you to actively be involved in the process. So here's what you should do instead. Focus on getting more money while freeing up your time. And understand how money works. That is so, so important. See, guys, when you're looking at understanding how money works, you gotta ask yourself this question: how do most people manage their money and their time? They simply don't. Here's the problem with money. It doesn't come with an instruction manual. Everything in life comes with an instruction manual except your paycheck. And the problem with time, it doesn't come back. And there's only one of you and only so much you can do. See, most people don't plan to fail. They just simply fail to plan. And what we did was we looked at how people traditionally invest. Most people have a traditional investment like bank CDs, life insurance policies, and those things typically give you a low rate of return. So what we wanted to put together for you, and what we did put together for you, is an alternative investment. And you may have heard of some of the ways that you can invest alternatively, like art, P2P, commercial and consumer financing, medical equipment. That's where we fall into that medical equipment. Basically, we're just having access. We're giving you access to investment opportunities that were traditionally reserved for hedge funds and the ultra wealthy. And here's why. There's 3 accounts that people need. And most people need 3 types of basic accounts out there. They need an emergency fund, they need short-term savings, and they also need long-term savings or investment. And I'm sure most of you have heard of all 3 of these. But the ultra wealthy and the hedge fund participants also have a 4th account, and that's what we want to talk to you about today. But before we share that solution, there's something else you should ask yourself. Do you know your financial independence number? We call it your FIN. Do you know what your FIN number is? Your FIN is the amount of money you need to accumulate so that someday you can live off that money for the rest of your life and never have to go back to work. If your FIN number is to earn $1 million, a little over $1 million, you would need to invest $585 per month for 30 years at 9%. That will get you $1 million. Now the question becomes, is how many people have an extra $585 laying around? And how important is it to know your financial independence number? But more importantly, guys, do you have 30 years? There is also one more thing you should know and understand and have working for you and not against you. The rule of 72. If you're familiar with it, just type in the comments and let us know that you are familiar with it. All the rule of 72 says, if you divide your interest rate into 72, you'll find the approximate number of years it takes your money to double. So if you look at the example here, 3 goes into 72 24 times. So that means if you have a $10,000, you can, in 24 years, that 10 will become 20. And another 24 years after that, you're looking at 40,000. This is that 3% traditional investment vehicle that most people, after they work hard for their money, this is where they put it. Or some of them get a little savvy and they'll go find an annuity or CD that's giving them 6%. So at 6%, you're talking that same 10,000 is now doubling every 12 years. So 10 becomes 20 in 12 years. 24 years later, you're looking at 40. 36 years later, you're looking at 80. And 48 years later, you're looking at 160,000. What if your money was getting 12+%? And I don't know if you remember on that first slide when I showed you the growth, first couple slides when I showed you the growth of the med spa industry and how it was growing and the rate of return that each individual spa was getting. But that $10,000 doubling for you every 6 years in 48 years is 2.5 million. You just have a greater chance of creating wealth and financial independence when you have more money coming in and a higher rate of return working for you. So those are the things that you want to look at. And the first step to financial success is to earn enough money to pay yourself first. So when you don't, there's a high cost of waiting. I'm just going to share this example with you. This is my financial advisory coming out. And I think it's important for you to understand how money works. So for example, if you take $100 monthly savings at 10% for 40 years, age 25 to 65, you start saving then, you're going to have $637,000. But just by waiting 1 year, it may seem like it's just $1,200, but it's actually costing you about $61,000. If you put that off 5 years, you may think, oh, it's just $6,000, but no, it's really costing you $254,000. And if you wait 15 years, 18,000, no, it's not 18,000, it's actually $500,000. So who are people hurting if they wait? So as we created this alternative investment option, we wanted to give you, the investor, the opportunity to get your money working for you faster, but to also make sure that you were educated about how money works and what you need to do to create more. We have the solution. We're reinventing an industry, guys. We observed the typical investor journey and knew something had to change. So we created a fundamental paradigm shift by providing investors access to investments previously available to the top 1%. We're pulling back the curtain on investing to create an alternative investment option to allow you, the investor, an opportunity to participate in wealth creation opportunities that were typically off limit to the everyday person. You worked hard, but you're still not getting ahead. If you can relate to that, we have a solution for you. The solution is leverage and passive income. We talked about passive income, but most people don't talk about leverage. If you look at this cash flow quadrant on the left side, here's where most people lie. They have a job, which means that they have no leverage. They're trading time for dollar. Or they create a job, they become self-employed, like, you know, they're in sales or real estate or doing some of those passive income things to get more money in, and they have zero leverage. Our goal is to get your money working for you and to also get people working for you. So my question to you is, can you imagine a life where you didn't have to work every day? Instead of needing to work, you have others working for you. For that to happen, you must be on the right side of the cash flow quadrant and invest it in the fourth solution, which I'm going to share with you. Before we do that, I want you to really think about this and just, you know, take a screenshot of this and ask yourself, do you spend enough time with your family and friends? Are you able to attend, you know, your kids' events? I remember growing up when my nieces and nephews were growing up and they had games and different things like that. My brother was also a business owner, and him and I would be in, and one other parent would be the only parents there for the 9th and 10th grade basketball team because everybody else was working. So what are you missing? What are you missing when it comes to your kids or your family or your elderly parents? What are you missing? Are you tired and frustrated about the amount of money you make? If you don't do anything different, nothing is going to change. And how you can figure that out, just look at the last 10 years. What happened 10 years ago? When you sat down and you put together a plan, did you imagine this season of your life? We just experienced a season that I'm sure no one imagined. How did it leave you? Did you come out ahead or behind? I was reading in Forbes where they said during this time, when we just went through this season of COVID-19, that more billionaires created more money than any other time in history. So ask yourself, is leverage and passive income working for you, or is it working against you? See, guys, we discovered a hidden secret to making a living. We literally cracked the code with a better and sexier option, one that will change the way that you look at creating a life of freedom. Introducing IceFit Studio. It's the merger of wealth and wellness. I am so excited to share this with you. It is just amazing to be able to take my first 15 years of being an employee for someone, and then the last 30 years of being self-employed, and I'm still a financial advisor, and just being able to talk about how you can help people create profit in just a few hours a week to truly get that time working for them and that money working for them. See, we have a new and innovative business model, guys. It's 3 hours a week and it's in 3 easy steps. Here's step 1. You choose a machine. And then you're going to decide which machine is best for your city, because we're going, and I'm going to go dive into this deeper. We're going to help you set yourself up for success. But before I go into how we do that, I'm going to talk to you about the machines that we have available for you. Our first one is our ice sculpture machine. This is the groundbreaking ice technology. The technology itself is FDA insured. It targets your fat bulges. It dissolves all your fat cells, and it does not harm the surrounding tissues. It reduces any unwanted fat. The reason why people love this is no downtime, no surgery, no outpatient procedure. They can come in during their lunch hour, right after a work, or right before they head to the beach, and the results are, you know, right there before you. I know when we were testing this on some people in the office, within that first treatment, they would lose an inch off of their belly. But of course, it takes time. So you look at the before and the after results right there. So how much could you earn on something like this? Of course, it depends on the areas being treated. And many patients choose multiple areas. That's why we said that, you know, the ideal investment is to have 2 of these machines working for you in one room, or if you really want it working well so you can treat multiple areas, you want to have 4 of these machines in one room. The average cost of this treatment is $2,000 to $4,000. And so I'm just giving you worst case scenario. You know, a worst case scenario, we're just going to share with you 2 clients. So if you have 2 clients and they're spending the very minimum of $2,000, that's $4,000. So what happens in the way this program works, you get 50% revenue share. So you, the investor, you have done none of the work. All you did was pick the equipment, paid for it, the equipment and the marketing and advertising, and then you earned $2,000 for that, in that particular example, based off of 2 clients. Amazing, right? Our next machine we're going to share with you is our ice laser machine. What this is used for is hair removal, skin rejuvenation, vascular removal, acne, wrinkle removal, and pigmentation. You can look at some of the before and afters, dramatic difference. Like, you're literally helping people feel better about themselves, either for the very first time or to feel good again. You know, nobody wants to have unsightly things on their body, and you're really helping people change their life. In this particular example, the average cost is about $248. They're going to need about 8 sessions on this one, guys. So when you're looking at, you're talking almost $2,000, $4,000, the same projection, about $1,900 on this particular treatment. Another one, and very, very popular one, is the hydrofacial. It uses a patented vortex vacuum suction. It cleans, extracts, and hydrates the skin. You'll get rid of the dead skins, removes the dirt and bacteria, blackheads, and what they do is put together a customizable treatment plan that cleans and purifies the skin. And it'll give people, and it'll improve the appearance of your skin, giving patients that younger, more rejuvenated looking skin. Is a very popular treatment. You can see the difference between the before and after. And here's the beauty of this one. Those results that you're looking at, they last 5 to 7 days or even longer. What we don't believe in is quick fixes. So 1 treatment per month is recommended for improving the appearance. And the reason why this is a great equipment to have, because it's residual, and we can set up monthly membership programs for people to take care of those wrinkles, brown spots, oil, and congested skin. The average cost of a treatment is $150 to $300 per treatment. Let's just say people get 3 treatments. You're looking at $900. That's $1,800. So projected earnings is just $900 off of 2 clients. But when we put together that monthly membership program, it's going to give a continuity program in your investment portfolio, which is something you definitely want to have. The Diode Ice Laser Machine, it is the golden standard for laser hair removal. You can use this on all skin type. It will remove tattoos, freckles, warts, moles, birthmarks, and age spots. It'll shape your eyebrows and your lips. It gives you that non-surgical facelift. It improves your skin, evens out the complexion. People love it because there's a short treatment time, no downtime, and no need to have any anesthetics inside of you. Look at the difference there. I mean, the results and benefits speak for itself. This particular one, average cost is $1,000 to $4,000 for 1 to 5 treatments. This one also could be put on a continuity program, but let's just say we're going to go at $3,000 for 2 clients. That's $6,000. And that means to you, the investor, you're looking at a projected earning of $3,000. The Focus Radio Frequency Machine is the next one. It's a new generation of radio frequency firming technology. It reduces wrinkles, varicose veins, skin tightening, face slimmer, cellulite reduction, and anti-aging. All of those things that we try to avoid. And look at the difference between the before and after, man. You just feel like you got your life back. And that's amazing. So for you, the investor, the average cost of this treatment is about $700 for the face and requires about 8 to 10 sessions, which is another one that can be put underneath a monthly continuity program. But for that person who wants to take care of all of those things that we just talked about, it's going to cost them about $5,600. So if you have 2 clients, just 2 a month, that's $11,200 to that salon. You get 50% of that, so you're looking at about $5,600 on average. This one right here is our latest technology, FDA clear technology, non-invasive. It's 25 minutes. You see what we've done is shorten the treatment time. It's going to treat your flanks, your inner and outer thigh, your abdomen, your back and under the chin. It'll permanently reduce that stubborn fat because of the advanced contact cooling that it has in the flat non-suction. So instead of it sucking the fat out, like you put your hand on a vacuum, instead of it sucking it out, it just lays on there and it takes it out better and without all the sucking for people. And it's more simpler and people just love this technology. So when you look at the before and afters there, you can see a huge difference. And of course, because of this new technology, the treatments cost more. The average cost is about $1,000 per treatment. You're gonna need 6 to 10. So when you're looking at one customer at $8,000 on average, 2 clients, $16,000, that projected earnings is about $8,000 for you, the investor. Our other piece of equipment that we're going to talk about that's also FDA cleared technology is a non-invasive muscle toner. So after you get all the fat out, you can take it and tone it up. This uses a magnetic field that creates a current when it passes through the conductive material. Muscles are good conductors of magnetic field, and what it does, it just strengthens, tones, and firm your abdomen, your buttocks, and your thighs, those areas that we want to show off and make sure that you look good at it. And just look at the difference here, you know, of this gentleman utilizing that piece of equipment right there. And here's what you can earn. The average cost of a treatment is between $750 to $1,000. You also need 6 to 8 treatments. And that's the beauty of this industry. Like, people will go through the process of getting these treatments until they see the results that they need. And that's why we send our people out there to make sure they're properly trained so that we can get them results. $7,000 for 2 clients is $14,000. Projected earnings for you, the investor, is $7,000. And guys, all we did was share with you 2 customers. This is why the industry, again, according to ANSPA, average medical spa was $1.5 million. The profit margin was 29%. So if you're looking at that, remember that rule of 72. If you have money that is doubling at, you know, at the 29%. That's almost like every 3 to 4 years. I'm not that great with adding in my head, but you can do the math there. So which machine would you choose? If you're like most people, you're like, I want one of each. Guys, you get to decide, you know, which machine you have, what location that you want to have that machine in. And so speaking of location, that is step 2 for you. So let's talk about choosing a location. See, all you do is sit back and relax while we do the work for you. You're going to tell us what zip code that you want to have the location, your machine in. We're going to find you a 4 or 5 star current location that has a profitable business already. We'll deliver the machine. We'll train the staff for you with the license as a esthetician. We'll not only do the marketing for you for the first 90 days for that site, we'll also advise them on how to do online marketing and help them with that. With the placement and the way that works, it's a 1-year lease agreement. I want you to think of it like a vending machine. You go to different locations and you see vending machines, or Coca-Cola for that matter. That is how they became so huge, is because they had a Coca-Cola like in every location that you can think of. And that's the mindset you want to look at when you think of placing a medical equipment. It's no different than if you go to a doctor's office and they have all that medical equipment. I don't know if you're aware of it, but the majority of that is being leased out to the facility. This is what you're doing. You're going to own the equipment and you're going to lease it out, but we do all the work for you. And you also have the option to sell your equipment at the end of the lease. And guess what? Those numbers that we shared with you, if you're not averaging at least $4,000 a month in 120 days, we're going to move that piece of equipment for you, not just once, but twice. And trust me, we're not in the business to be moving equipments. We're in the business of helping people create leverage and a passive income. And we also give you an exclusive location guarantee within 25-mile radius. So you want to think about, you know, locking in your spot, locking in your location, and just envision you having a machine in every single location around the US, and get the top locations that are available as quick as possible. And then we'll execute that lease agreement for you. So I just want to share some of our placement finding report, and this is what you'll get. Once you give us that location, we're going to definitely look at any COVID-19 concerns that are in that area. We're going to take a look at the demographics of that zip code. We're going to look at the median age, the median income, and there's certain criteria that we're going to require in order for that spa or salon or medical office or gym to actually accept your equipment, because we want to set you up for success. We're going to make sure that they have a certain amount of customers on the books. We're going to make sure that, you know, they have great ratings on Google and Yelp, that they have all the proper business license. So we're going to go through all of that to make sure that we are setting you up for success. We'll explain our marketing service, how that works for you, and what's included and for how long. All the onboarding task lists, like what would be required for the salon and the spa or the investor, you know, in terms of doing the cost of doing business, of buying the tips and the extra stuff that comes along with it in the industry report. All of that will be covered for you, so that, and for the spa and the location, so that you'll understand and know exactly what you need. We're also going to help them with their funnel design, which is a fancy way of saying website, to make sure that it's set up for success, where people can literally go online and pay online if they want to, and do online consultation as well as in person. We're going to help them with their Facebook and Instagram ads, digital marketing setup, digital marketing management, customer service. And here is what I think is just so valuable. We're also going to show them how to close and sell. See, if you're at the front desk, your job when someone comes into your salon is to make them feel like they're in instead of saying 5-star, I say in a diamond resort. And we want to teach them how to get clients and also to keep clients and get those clients referring them to other people. So we think sales and closing techniques are important that most salons and spas and gyms don't even think about teaching their entire team. We will teach the entire team on how to do that, and that is part of the training. And all of these services are included in the first 90 days of placement. I'm just going to share some of the marketing campaigns that your location will have right at their disposal to take advantage of. We're going to do a grand opening campaign, like introducing the new equipment into their salons. We will have birthday messengers, Mother's Days, Father's Day, Summer Slim Down, just to name a few. We will do direct marketing for locations for 90 days, and that's including, and this is what definitely separates us from everyone else, your advertising spend. Well, why are we doing this? Because our number one goal is to show you that this works. Because when you see how it works and is working for you greater than you ever thought, guess what you're going to want to do? Buy more machines. And that's what we want. Our goal is to get machines in all 50 locations and to dominate the market and become number one. Guys, this is why success is so predictable. With our marketing team, we don't have to guess at what will happen. What you see here is an audience insight. This is in the inside of Facebook. And so what we do is we'll go in based on that area and that geographical location. We're going to put in not only, the people in that area, but we're going to look and dive into what do they do. There are certain people who like to go on vacation, who like the finer things in life, and they read certain magazines, they watch certain TV shows, they go to certain places, they look at certain things, they belong to certain clubs. And so inside of Facebook, we take all of that information that is not available to the typical person or the typical salon or the typical investor, unless they're savvy on marketing. And we put together a marketing game plan that wherever that person is at, you ever looked at something on Facebook or off of Facebook, and then all of a sudden you now see it in your email. You now see it when you're on YouTube. You see an ad come across you. That's what this helps us to do. It helps us to target people, and we get in front of them. And that is our secret sauce. And that's why success becomes predictable, because most people, when it comes to marketing and advertising, all they do is they'll go put some signs out, or they'll put flyers on the door, or they'll advertise one time, but they don't understand all the behind the stuff that's required and how to get in front of people. It is so especially important these days, because your buyer does not buy until they've seen what you do about 10 to 12 times. And so we're going to be in front of them through our retargeting efforts and our initial targeting efforts. And that's the exciting part of that. So now let's go to step 3 of you collecting your check. Guys, the way we have it set up is so simple. You have the machine, you'll know exactly how many treatments were used, the machine usage. You can either do that through an app, or you can do it through our chip that we have. All you have to do, your only job after you picked out the machine and the location, is to pick up your money. You can do it through PayPal, you can do it through Zelle, you can do it through Wire, and or you can just stop in. You decide how you want to do that. And here's the process: 45 to 90 days from the time that you pick up the equipment for us to find a location, get it placed in for you, get them training. In the meantime, our white glove concierge department will be in contact with you to go through all the ins and outs, and we'll give you weekly updates. You'll have online training, and we'll also have location training. Now, You got to decide if this is right for you, because it is not right for everyone. Do you have at least $35,000 available in cash to invest in the business? Now, up front, when I talked about there's 3 accounts that you should have, and we talked about your emergency account, you want to make sure that you have that taken care of, like that this is not your last fund and you're going to worry. I tell everyone, if you're going to sit there every single night and worry about an investment, then you shouldn't do it. It's not for you. But if you have 35,000 that's maybe sitting in a savings account, a CD or bank account or annuity, and is not getting you the return, and you looked at that rule of 72 and you thought about the cost of waiting, you thought about the fact that you will literally have to work until the day you die unless you do something different, then this business could be right for you. If you desire passive income, if you want to be a part of a billion-dollar industry, if you desire to spend more time doing what you want to do with who you want to do it versus clock it in for someone else, whether you're working from home or you're working for them where they control your time. And if you desire to help others, then yes, this could be right for you. So if you say yes to any of that stuff that I talked about, the only next best thing to do is to team up with IceFit Studio, get on the road to the ultimate profit in just 3 hours a week with our Wealth and Wellness Worldwide movement. Your success is our success, guys. That's why it's so important for you to partner up with us. And, you know, as I said, we've been over 25 years of a business experience. Our goal is to help more people get healthy and wealthy, and we're committed to doing that through groundbreaking technology and marketing and servicing the people that we serve. And so now that I've shared with you, you're probably pretty excited. It's just human nature to do what we call some common sweat outbreaks or, you know, concerns. What if I lose my money? Guys, any investment, nothing is ever guaranteed. You know, as I said, I've been in business about, I always say 25 years, but I think it's kind of like that age thing. It's more like 27, but you get stuck on 1 year. Have I lost money in investments? Absolutely. You know, I've owned daycare centers, I've owned properties, I've owned different things along the way in different types of business. They all work out? No. Do we know that this one is going to work out? Yes. Think of AmSpa, 1.5 million, the average med spa. And look at the Great Depression. When everything went down, or 2008, here's one thing that never changed is the beauty industry. Everybody still wanted to look good. No matter what's happening and going on, people still want to look good. What if my machine breaks? If your machine breaks, you're under a warranty and we take care of that for you. You also have the opportunity to get an extended warranty, and we will get our technician out there to fix it for you. What if the locations does not bring in business? Now, if you're paying attention to what we talked about, we move that machine for you, not once, but twice. And as I said, we're not in the movie business. We're in the business of creating wealth and wellness and helping people create passive income and leverage. So we will do our due diligence up front. We've even had people who picked locations and we said, no, that's not a great location to have. I'll give you an example. There was a location where the average income in that area was 80,000, which may seem like a lot to some, but when we looked at the average housing in that same area, it was about 350,000. Now, if you're only making 80 and your housing is about 350,000, that means you're spending about $2,000 to $3,000 for your mortgage. And if you're at 80,000, that means that after Uncle Sam gets a piece of your pie, you're only bringing home about $4,000 to $5,000. You're just broke at a higher level. So we had to say, no, that's not a good area based on the machine that they want. So we're going to do the due diligence for you, review that with you before any decision is made. So if you feel that this is for you, here's what you want to do next. You want to remember this first. Your life changes the moment you make a new congruent and committed decision. Let me repeat that. Your life changes the moment you make a new congruent and committed decision. That's what this is about. That's what making that rule of 72 and getting a life of freedom and time is all about. Guys, remember what the goal is. Number one is wealth and wellness. You want to collect passive income. You're not just buying a machine here. You're investing into a system to get more time freedom, financial freedom. And then when it works for you, what you can do is take some of your profits and reinvest that back into your business. See, a lot of people take their money into that third account that we talked about, and they put it into the stock market. And, you know, yes, you want to have diversification and all of that. And I'm a, you know, Series 7 licensed person. So yes, do I believe in the market? Absolutely. But guess what? Those business owners who you're investing in, guess what they did before they decided to invest in another business? They reinvested their profits back into their business because they can get a greater return. We want to share with you how to do that and to help you to do the same thing. Think of the McDonald's story. McDonald's was not in the burger business. They were in the real estate business. And that's the same mindset that you want to have, is location, 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 and how many can you have on location? And then people go, well, can the market be saturated? You know, think of Chipotle's. How many Chipotle's are on the corner? Think of, you know, McDonald's. How many McDonald's do you have in one city? Think of going down the simple bread aisle. How many choices of bread do you have? See, what we're going to do and what we're doing is we're creating a movement where people will be talking about IceFit Studio. IceFit Studio is where you want to be, and you want to be a part of that movement. But you must decide to invest in yourself. So let's talk about your investment commitment and what you're looking at. If you're looking at one location and one machine, guys, you're talking a total investment of $50,000. And now, if you're seeing this for the first time this week, we want to give our fast movers, our mover advantage, 5% off. So that means it's only $47,500. We have, you know, a little mechanism behind it, shows us when you come into the system. So you literally have 7 days from the time you come into our system. That means you just put your email and all of that in, and you get a 5% discount. Now, for everything that I talked about, just so I don't repeat it, the ice, you want to add $10,000 to this price for the Sculpt Ice and $5,000 for the Diode laser on everything that we talk about from this point forward when you're looking at one location, one machine. So if you're adding, if you want the Sculpt Ice, instead of it's $47,500, it'll be $57,500. So just add that so I don't have to repeat that. But the way it's set up, you pick one location, one machine is $47,500. If you got one location with two machines, as we said, the best option is two machines. But instead of you paying $80,000 for that, you get a 7% discount because you're getting two. So it's $74,400. And again, if you add that Sculpt Ice, it's $84,400. Two locations, two machines, you're talking a 10% discount. You get 90,000 off that. It's $100,000. If you decide to add the other one, three locations, three machines, we're giving you 15%. So as you can see, the more machines you buy, the better discount you get. $127,500. If you add the Sculpt Ice, is $137,500. That's three locations and three machines. Four locations, four machines. Total investment is $200,000. You get 20% when you decide to invest more in yourself. And that's $170,000. So we just wanted to share, you know, the more you machines you want up front, the bigger discount that you get. And that also includes all the marketing and advertising for the first 90 days. So let's take a look at one of those passive ways that we talked about that most people invest: real estate. So here's a typical real estate investment, and let's compare it to the body contouring industry, because most people are not familiar with this way of investing, as I said, because it's that alternative investment that's set aside for the 1%, the ultra wealthy, and the hedge fund people. So when you look here for a real estate, it's a $100,000 investment. Now you got to put more money in it to remodel is $20,000, and your property tax you're talking for, and your insurance is $1,000. So you're looking at $125,000 upfront out of pocket, and then you're going to collect on average about $1,200 in your monthly rent. Now, let's look at what you're going to collect from body contouring. That same $100,000 investment, let's say your insurance is about $350,000, so that's $100,350 out of pocket, but your monthly average rent collected is $8,000. So for your $100,000, which one makes the most sense? Which one can you then take and apply that rule of 72 to and get working for you so that you can get freedom, so that you can create generational wealth, so that you can change your family's future and begin to do the things that you really want to do? Guys, you also get some possible tax benefits of owning an Icefit studio. No, I am not a tax advisor, so you definitely want to check with your tax advisor, but the IRS code 179 allows full to tax deductions on some assets in their first year. So if you're looking at the $120,000 in investment, your true cost is about $78,000 if you qualify, which is a $42,000 savings is what you're really looking at. And these are things that can be purchased, you know, that finance or lease equipment and software. So just contact your tax advisor and determine your tax ramifications for this. And this is just an assumption and not a tax advice, but we want to show you the whole picture. And that's the advantage of working with the company and with people who have experience in the body contouring industry, and also people who have experience in the financial world, so that we can help you bring both of the worlds together. So now a big question I get, okay, so what does it take to break even, Kathy? So let's just give an example. Let's say you do the 47.5, you have one client a week, you bring in $4,000, that's $2,000 revenue share. 4 weeks, that's $8,000 to you, the investor. So you're looking at 6 months to get all your money back. And even if you break that down where you only have one client every other week, you're talking a year to get your money back. Think of that $100,000 that you just put out to buy that house. How long does that take you to recoup your investments if you're renting that out? That's how you want to look at your break-even projections right there. Again, minimum investment is $35,000 cash to get started. But you add your extra 10 and 5. We do have third-party financing available, and also in-house financing, as well as if you have a 401k, there's investment options that you can use in a company that we partner up with to help you out with that. You decide what's best for you. You decide when you've had enough information and you're ready to move forward with this. I just want to share with you and recap. Here's what you get with Icefit Studio. You're going to get top of the line, non-invasive body contouring equipment. The value of that, let's just say $100,000. Marketing campaign is $6,000. Paid advertising is $9,000. In-person staff equipment training, $2,500. Your website design, $3,000. Sales staff training, $5,000. Weekly group Q&A sessions, $2,600. Extended warranty that we throw in for you and give you an extra year if you take action within your first week of being exposed to us. One machine, one location, total value $131,000. Now, with all of that being valued, your top of the line machine being valued at $100,000, your marketing campaign being valued at $6,000, paid advertising $9,000, in-person staff equipment and training $2,500, website design $3,000, sales staff training $5,000, weekly group Q&A sessions $2,600, extended warranty $3,000. So for one machine in one location, your total value is $131,100. Now, when you look at some of these pieces of equipment and you go to places like Cool Sculpting, their machines by themselves, you're going to start at about $100,000 to $150,000. So your total cost today is only $47,500 for one machine and one location. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to just think, just take a moment, like that meditation moment, and ask yourself, a year from now, what would have had to happen in order for you to believe you made the best decision, in order for you to know that this was right for you? Would you have paid off some debt? Would you have taken that vacation? Would you have taken that second honeymoon? Would you have, spent more time with your elderly parents, or did something for your kids, or remodeled your home, or got a second home? What is it that you want to have happen in your life that today, because of time and money, you're not able to make that happen? A year from now, what would that look like? What are your goals and dreams? What are the things that you want to do? And if you keep doing the same thing, guess what? You're going to get the same results. So are you ready to change what's going to happen a year from now in your life? Do you want to get started with 1 or 2 machines? That's the question that you should be asking yourself right now. Do you want 1? Do you want 2? Do you want more? How many do you want? Here's what happens next, guys. Here's what you want to do. What happens once you decide on the amount of machines, the location that you want, we're going to set up a DocuSign. We're going to have that to you by email within an hour. All you have to do is endorse that and send it back. You just do your signature online. It'll give you the chance to review your contract. It's a very simple process. You use the wire information at the bottom of the contract, and you wire that over, call your bank, and you give them the information. And once we verify that receipt, we'll confirm that with you. And then you schedule a welcome call. The whole process is seamless. And then you decide within the next 48 hours of making that decision, what's the best time to speak with our placement department so that you can get everything started, so that we can be within that window of those 45 days. So if this is making sense to you, and you have questions and you're ready to get started, all you're going to do is just go through our process and set up a time on the Calendly. You can click somewhere below this video and you'll see that option to be able to do that. Again, guys, I just want to share with you what you're looking at for 1 machine in 1 location. You're getting top of the line, non-invasive body contouring machine equipment that's valued at $1,000. You're getting a marketing campaign for 90 days that's valued at $6,000. You're getting paid advertisement. That means that we're paying Facebook and Instagram to get your information in front of them. That's a $9,000. You should be, investing $100 a day. In-person staff equipment training, you're talking $2,500. Website design, we got to make sure that it's the right website to get people in. We're using something that has already worked. Sales staff training, getting your sales staff, your entire team. Nobody wants to be in sales, but everybody always wants to buy. So we have to help them to have the right consultative conversation. You'll have access to our weekly weekly group Q&A sessions where you and other investors and small owners can meet with us to get your questions answered, so that together you can grow and take the best practices from other locations and utilize them yourself. Plus, we're giving you that extended warranty. If you act within your first 7 days of being in contact with us, that 1 location and 1 machine is $131,000 in value. Total today for you, your cost is $47,500. So to recap everything, guys, what you'll do after that is just check your mail in about an hour, because you'll have that contract, endorse the contract. You send a text confirmation once it's complete, and one of our officers will confirm and sign, and then they'll give you a call and you'll receive a copy, and you'll wire the funds and you'll schedule your onboarding call. The reason I'm sharing that with you, because people get that in their mind like, okay, what do I do? Now, I know before you make a decision, we're going to hop on the phone with you, and so and to help you with that process. So here's what you want to do next. You want to partner with the #1 company for passive income and leverage income in the body contouring and skin tightening industry. If you want to dive out of an airplane for the first time, you wouldn't charter a plane, buy a parachute, and just jump all alone with no training or coaching. You would most likely land on your face and die. So why would you want to invest and take unnecessary risks and waste your time and money? I've invested over $50,000+ in online marketing training, mentors, and seminars, not to mention, the last 30 years of being a financial advisor and helping people with millions and millions of dollars in investing. We've hired and fired people and, learned and tried and did it all and left millions on the table, working 8 to 12 hours. I can go on and on and on. But all I'm saying to you is that we spend time not only learning of the past 25 years, but we took the time over the last 3 years to understand the marketing and advertising game to take it to that next level. Once you understand marketing and sales, you can accomplish anything. You have to do that. We finally cracked the code. And we want to help you do the same by offering you this high demand technology. People want to look better. They want to feel great without the the downtime and all of that. We're going to provide that direct marketing strategy along with paid advertising to help your location bring in 10 to 30 new customers or more each month, so that your income can also grow. So how working together can aid you in creating your success quicker? Because I know you can probably go figure all of this out on your own. It may take you a while to get it done, or you can just partner with us and together let's get it done quicker. Here's some questions you want to ask yourself. Did you earn what you wanted to last month? Do you have a success system in place to get you to your goals quicker? See, guys, success loves speed. I'm sure you've heard that before. Success loves speed. And the only way you're going to get that speed with success is to find an expert, somebody who's done what you want to do and follow exactly what they say and work with people of like mind to get it together and do it quicker. Do you know how to get clients on demand? That's the beauty of marketing and advertisement. You can turn on your leads or turn off your leads and you can get clients on demand. Are you totally and completely satisfied with all the money that you're making? Are you doing what you want with your time? See, we talked about leverage and we talked about passive income. That gives you the time to do the things that you truly desire, like hang with your family, take vacations, take care of the elderly, give money to your church, volunteer. It's not just about the money that you're going to earn, but what about the ripple effects that money will have on your community, on your society? What about that generational wealth that you can create? And that's what you're looking for. Do you maybe feel trapped? Do you feel like, man, I've been like, I'm on this cycle and I'm not getting off of it. I don't know what to do next. Are you feeling that way? If you're feeling trapped and not sure what to do, guys, this is definitely for you. And then are you having fun? One of the things the good word says to enjoy the fruit of your labor. Are you enjoying the fruit of your labor, or do you begrudge every single moment when you wake up? And whether you are working from home, or you have to get up at dark 30 in the morning and leave your house, whether it's snowing, sleeting, rain, or whatever the case is, and go to work so you can put food on the table? Is that how you live in life? Is that what you imagined 10 years ago? And if you don't do something different, you're not going to get different. So if you answer no to any of these questions and you want to have more fun, you want to make more money, and you want a proven strategy in place that will give you the tools and mentorship needed to create the success that you desire, along with a proven system, and to help you get there quicker, iSfit Studio provides this and much more. You now have two choices. Let us help you start up and grow a huge passive income and leverage while you're helping other small business owners also grow, as well as helping people feel great again while you're building your legacy quicker, while you're building your dreams quicker. Or two, you can end this masterclass, find your own equipment, spa, med spa, ad agency, marketing firm, and figure out. See, yes, I did say you got to do all of that. All of that we take care of for you, or you got to go out and find all, the spa, the med spa, ad agency, a marketing firm, someone a sales trainer. All of that is everything that you have to do, and you got to figure it out on your own, and you just keep doing what you've been doing, and which will lead to, okay, what you've been getting. What do you choose? It is totally, totally up to you. Here's how we can help though. My team and I have set aside time to speak with you personally in the next 72 hours about how you can apply everything that you learned today and turn it into a lucrative passive income and leverage for yourself while helping other business owners also feel good again. And by them helping their clients feel good again, it's just that ripple effect that we talked about, and it's how we're revolutionizing the industry. Whatever your biggest fears or challenges are, guys, I promise you we've seen them and we know how to overcome them, which is most importantly. So now that you've taken 45 minutes to discover how you can create passive income and leverage your time in the body contouring and skin tightening industry, when we get on the phone together on this session, what we're going to do is we're going to work together to craft a step-by-step plan to hit your income goal. Those are some of the questions that we're going to be asking you. What is it that you want to earn over the next 12 months? So whether it's 10,000, 20, 50 or more a month, we're going to help you put a plan in place to get started and then scale it up. We're also going to show you how to choose the ideal location. I talked a little bit about that. So we want to put you in the best location that's going to bring you in 10 to 30 plus new clients with consistency and ease. It's one thing to earn money one month and not earn it the next, but we want to show you how to do that with consistent, predictable behavior. Success is predictable. By doing that, you get to create the lifestyle that you desire. You get to save yourself countless of time, money, and frustration by not doing it alone. You don't want to keep going by yourself. That's one of the biggest. If I could change anything about my past, I would collaborate quicker, work with people who have been to where I want it to be, and don't think it's a sign of weakness to go it by yourself. Find people that you want to work with. So the call that we want you to take now and to set up by clicking on that button below is designed to help you get clarity, answer any questions you may have, so that on your next step and on this journey, we want to be there with you, not just before the sale and during the sale, but also after the sale. And we started by getting some questions answered with you and helping you to answer those questions. So click on the link somewhere below and book your call now. And guys, okay, so who should be booking the strategy session? Because it's not for everyone. So you should book it only if you have a big passion and desire to not let making a living prevent you from making a life. What do I mean by that? Man, so many people sacrifice their kids and their family just to make a paycheck, and they still don't have enough. So the family grows up, kids grow up without them. There's so many things that they weren't able to do because they're chasing that money. They're chasing that dollar. We don't want you to chase anything. We want to show you how to have things coming to you. You realize that time is precious and sacred, and not one person on this earth has more than 24 hours, regardless of your age, your skin tone, or where they live. Time is time, and you're tired of trading time for dollars. You overstand. You understand that once the day is gone, it's never coming back to you. Therefore, time is more valuable than money. You get that. And you don't want to conform to the ways of this world, and you don't need to work, and you don't want to be in a position where you have to work for the rest of your life trying to make a living. If any of that resonates with you, then click on that button below and book your call. And that passive income, guys, passive income is quite possibly one of the most important and central ways that the rich get richer. And you want to get rich, you want to create wealth. That is something that you want to do. You want to leave an inheritance to your children's children. You want to be that go-to person that maybe, you set up a school or a foundation in, whatever country you desire to do that. If that's you, book your call. Click on the link below. Why are we doing this? Our goal at IceFit Studio is to help create more financially free people than any other company in this world and help people feel great again for the very first time. So if we can create wealth and wellness and that beauty and make people feel good, and you want to be a part of that mission with us, make sure you book your call now. All you got to do, guys, is click on that button. We definitely look forward to speaking with you. So make sure you book your call now. When you do that, all you're going to do is choose a time that's best for you. You'll see it on the calendar. Fill out the form. There's some questions that we want to make sure that you qualify for, So if, like, number one, you got to have at least $35,000. If you don't have that, you want to wait until you do have that available in order to book that call. Because of our demand, that's just of what we do, and to help people create that passive income. We don't want our time wasted, and we don't want to waste your time. Once you book that call and you qualified, mark your appointment in that calendar and make sure you're in a quiet space and ready to go when we call in. Also, if you have someone else that's important for you, and before you make a decision to be on this call, they want to be there also. Because if you're a husband or wife, we're going to ask you that, and then you'll say, oh no, I'll make my decisions myself. No, we're not talking about a purse or buying an outfit. We're talking taking $35,000 on. So we do require that both spouses be there, and then if you have a partner, they be there. If not, don't book the call until you have the commitment of both people being there. So go ahead and click that button below so that we can speak with you and help you to start getting passive income and leveraging your time. But before we go, do you have any questions? If you do, write them down, put them in the comment section so that we can get those questions answered for you. And guys, we truly, truly appreciate you. We thank you so much for your time that you spent here. This is the end of this masterclass, so I want to thank you for what you've done. And what that is you've taken the time to figure out if something is for you. You've taken the time to invest into your knowledge, into yourself, so that you can create the dreams and goals that you have for your family. And we are excited for you for doing that. And so we definitely, truly appreciate you for making that happen. We'll see you on the inside. We'll see you on a Zoom call so we can get a chance to talk to you one-on-one and get your personal questions answered. Have a wonderful day, guys, and we will talk to you shortly. And I'm going to say before you go, welcome to the team. See you later. Bye-bye.